Welcome back to my channel. I am Nisha J. For those of you who don't know, now you do. And this is just going to be a quick story time about the time my friend invited me over to her house for Thanksgiving and then stood me up. So we're just going to call this girl Felicia, okay? I worked with Felicia like in 2008, and around this time it's about 2013. And so I hadn't seen her in years, right? Haven't seen the girl in years, but we seen each other. So I had moved and I happened to see her out, and we were like, oh, so she was like, I live around here. I was like, oh yeah, I live around here too, you know? And so Thanksgiving was coming up. I really did not have plans for Thanksgiving. So typically back then, my mom might cook, but this particular year, my mom was going out of town with my stepdad, and my sisters, they weren't really doing anything either. So, oh, and I was in a relationship at this time, but he had to work. So I was like, I'm just gonna make some soup. It was like a little cold outside, so I was like, I'm gonna make some soup. I'm gonna find some movies to watch. Listen, I'm the type of person, I could be alone, I could be in a group, I could be alone. Like, alone time is something that I value. It's precious to me. I'm not afraid to spend time alone at all. So making me a warm pot of soup, having the heater on, watching some comforting movies, like that sounds like a good day for me, okay? So that's what I was gonna do. But my friend was telling me to come over to her apartment. She had a roommate that I had met before, and roommate was super cool. She was like, yeah, we're gonna be cooking, so you should just, why spend it alone? Like, come on over. And I'm like, okay, I might. Plus my boyfriend, his mom had invited me over as well. So I was like, okay, I got 2 invites. Maybe I'll step out. She told me that Thanksgiving dinner was gonna start about 2. Let me back up a little bit. I RSVP'd, told her I was coming. She said, cool. I said, do I need to bring anything? She was like, nah. So now it's Thanksgiving Day, 2013 or 14. And I am about to be on the way. She literally stayed like 5 minutes down the street. So I text her and I was like, hey, I'm on my way. By the time she texts back, I was already there because it's down the street, right? I was already there. So then she hits me with, I'm not there yet. I ran to my sister's house real quick, but I will be back. I say, okay. I knew she had a sister and like a niece and a nephew, I think. So I was like, not tripping. She ran over there real quick. I don't know them to be super close or anything. So I'm like, okay, so she just ran to her sister's house real quick. I'm not tripping on that. She was like, but my roommate, Tamika, we're gonna call the roommate Tamika. She was like, my roommate, Tamika, is in there. She know you coming. I was like, cool. I go into the apartment, knock, Tamika answer, hey girl, hey. She was like, come in, make yourself at home. Again, I was like, cool. Came in, they had a 2-bedroom apartment, okay? Nobody's there yet, it's just me. So shortly after I arrive, Tamika's family starts to arrive. So 30 minutes passed, an hour passed, hour and a half passed. Tamika family, like I said, is coming through. They're nice, very nice, but they're like, hey, like, how are you? Who are you again? Oh, keep in mind, Felicia and Tamika, they went to school together. They went to like high school together. So Tamika's family knew Felicia. They ain't know me. But they was like, hey, how are you? Like, so who are you? You know, what's the tea? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm Felicia's friend. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah, Felicia, she's going to be rolling through any minute. But time's are ticking and this girl's still not here. So I'm chilling with Tamika and Tamika family at this point. You know what I mean? I'm watching Playing with Children. I don't know. But, I love the kids. And the whole 9 yards. So now it's time to eat. And I'm like, time is just a ticking. Like, I didn't see everybody come through the door. They, reheated food, set up, and Felicia's still not here. I'm still chilling with Tamika family. Even at this point, Tamika's family is like, when Felicia coming? I'm like, I don't know. She invited me, and her ass still ain't here. So it's time to eat. Now at this point, I'm feeling a little awkward. I'm feeling a little awkward because Tamika's family has cooked this whole Thanksgiving dinner. Okay? The whole Thanksgiving dinner. And at one point, I guess one of the ladies, I think it was like an aunt, I think she cooked the majority of the food. So I guess the way they do it in their family is this one lady goes to the store, she gets the food, she cooks it, and then everybody pitches in. I guess she adds it all up. I guess they divide that, and everybody pays her back on Thanksgiving. So they're handing her, going around getting her cut, getting her money. This is a little awkward for me. I don't know about y'all. I don't know how y'all react in a situation. But for me, this is a little awkward. But they didn't say nothing to me, or not to my face anyway. Anyway, she collects her money. They've heated up the food. Now we're eating. Her family, again, very, very nice family. I'm feeling a little awkward at this point. I have checked in with Felicia, and she said she was on her way at this point. And so it's time to eat. Again, the family's nice. They're like, come on, Nisha, girl, come on, make you a plate. Made me one plate. That's really all I eat anyway. I don't do a whole bunch of plates. Food was good, ham, macaroni and cheese, greens, candy yams, the works. It was good. They were very nice. I'm telling you, throughout the day that I spent with this family, this random family, they were nice, but they kept pointing out, like, when is Felicia gonna get here? Like, Felicia just invited you and never showed. Like, they was pointing out, and I'm like, yeah. So I ate. They ate. It's now time for dessert, and I'm not really getting up to get dessert. And they're like, Nisha, come on, get you some dessert. I'm like, yeah, okay. But I'm only getting one thing. I think I got like some sweet potato pie or pecan pie, and I called her today one thing, because I'm not about to be eating all these people food like that. I didn't pitch in, and I don't know them like that. And the person that invited me is not here. This girl said she was on her way a long time ago. I'm over it at this point. So I ate. We chilled. It's Tamika's family. They over there in the corner, they're talking about things I don't know about. They're laughing, having a good time. I'm just sitting on the couch watching TV with the kids, child, because, girl, what? So, we've already ate. It's nothing else to really do at this point, okay? Uncles, aunties, all the late crewing came in, and Felicia's still not here. So, I'm like, okay, I'm about to wrap this up. So, I hit up my, boyfriend mom. I was like, what y'all doing? I'm about to head that way. She was like, come on. They wasn't doing nothing. Y'all, don't y'all know I was there for like hours, and Felicia never showed up. Keep in mind, she was on her way hours ago. The girl never showed. So I said to the family, Tamika's family, thank y'all so much for having me. But I am about to go. And they was just like, Felicia never came. Like what? I was like, y'all, I don't know. I just was like, the girl said she was on her way hours ago. And they just like, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah. But they were super nice. They all gave me hugs. At one point, one of them was like, where's your family? Like, she thinking I don't have family. And I do have family. But I just simply explained to her, oh, my mom went out of town and I was invited. I was going to do my own thing, but Felicia invited me and never showed the fuck up. So yeah, so I spent Thanksgiving with a family that I didn't even know, but they were cool people, very inviting, very welcoming, and again, the food was good. Wouldn't have been something that the food was nasty. So after that, I burnt off of my little PT Cruiser that I had at the time. Okay, don't, not too much, not too much on my PT Cruiser. I went to my boyfriend at the time's mom house. They was over there chilling. I just wrapped up a second plate to go, sipped a little wine, did a little talking. I took my ass home, took a shower. But let me tell y'all, when I had left, Felicia finally arrived home. It was nighttime. On my way back to my house, it's dark outside. Felicia called me, telling me, "You left? I'm here." Girl, what? Baby, I've been gone. I was like, girl, I've been gone. Because when I left, I didn't even tell her I left. I just left. And let me tell you something. With me, I'm not going to really get too upset. I'm not going to curse you out. I'm not going to do all that. I'm just going to deal with you accordingly. And that's actually what I start doing. Anyways, that is the story time. Ain't nothing else to say besides I hope everyone has a fabulous Thanksgiving. Choose where you going wisely. Make sure the people on the on time child. Make sure the people show up. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.